So AMC Theaters, the world's largest movie theater chain, and my employer for a number of years. A lot of you guys started watching my content when I was running things over at AMC for YouTube and stuff like that. They are now in danger, says the CEO, of straight up running out of money within 6 months to a year, maybe sometime in 2024, they could straight up run out of money. Now that is a difficult thing for a lot of people to wrap your heads around. Like, you go to the AMC Theaters, and by the way, AMC Theaters, as critical as I've been of a number of things they've done, they are still the movie theater that 90% of the time I end up going to. It's a really good movie going experience for the most part. Get rid of 20 minutes worth of your trailers, please. And you walk into these temples of movies with leather, motorized, reclining seats and these giant foyers and like welcoming you like you're Indiana Jones walking into a pharaoh's tomb and this grand opulence. It's fantastic. It's a great experience. So it's hard to imagine them running out of money. It's especially hard to imagine them running out of money when we've got Barbie just crossed the $1 billion mark, Oppenheimer's crossed the $500 million mark. For the first time in half a decade, 4 movies were at the weekend box office, made over $28 million at the box office. Things look good, right? Well, they're not so good because AMC CEO Adam Aron is saying, look, we very well could run out of money next year unless we can do something here. This comes to us from the folks at Market Watch. They write the following. Last month, in an open letter to shareholders, Adam Aron warned that if AMC is unable to raise equity capital, the risk, quote unquote, materially increases of the company conceivably running out of cash in 2024 or 2025, or of AMC being unable to satisfactorily refinance and stretch out the maturity of some of its debt. Now, look, this is a situation of two sides of the coin. On the one hand, AMC, probably more than any of the other movie theater chains, really got, through no fault of their own, caught with their pants down when the pandemic hit. Because right before the coronavirus stuff hit, AMC was in the middle of a massive expansion. By the way, that picture that you're seeing there right now, that is the AMC Burbank 16, one of the busiest movie theaters in the world. And you see the part of the building, the round part of the building there with the Onward posters on top of it? A little bit of interesting trivia for you. That building, that part of the building with the round roof and the Onward posters, that was our AMC Movie News offices and studio. That's where it was. A little side note there. Anyway, AMC Theaters were right in the midst of a massive upgrading of a lot of their theaters, installing more prime theaters, putting in new screens, upgrading their facilities. They were committing a big chunk of money to upgrading, thinking that's cool because that's going to increase our revenue, except that they spent all that money, took on a whole bunch of new debt to make it happen. And then the pandemic hit and movie theaters shut down, and it really screwed AMC Theaters. However, there's another side to that coin. And the other side of that coin is when the meme stock hit. Remember this? Take a look at this. So in January of 2021, the cost of a share of AMC Theaters, depending on the day that you went and looked, was probably going to cost you about $2.50 to buy a share of AMC Theaters. Then the meme stock hit. You guys remember with GameStop, AMC was the other big one that got that. And the meme stock drove it up to $47.50. As a matter of fact, there was even a time when in off trading hours, it actually spiked to $70. But in a day trade, you could go in there any day. You could have bought it for $47.50. Today, that has come down to $5.24. It's, by the way, still improvement over what it was in January 2021. But here's the thing. You see, when that meme stock hit, I've told you the story that at CinemaCon a couple of years ago, AMC CEO Adam Aron stood on stage and took credit for saving the company, when really it was the frickin' meme stock that saved the company. Nonetheless, AMC made a couple of, honestly, quite smart moves. They issued a lot more stock. They were able to sell a bunch of stock and take advantage of that meme stock price, and they made a shit ton of money. Also, a little bit controversially, a number of AMC executives who had a vested amount of stock, like stock options as part of the thing of being an executive AMC, sold a whole bunch of their stock. Of course they did. Because a few months earlier, their stock was worth, a bus fare. And then all of a sudden, their 10,000 shares, however, was worth a hell of a lot more, and they raised all that money. And yet still, with that meme stock windfall, AMC is still finding itself in a situation where they may run out of money in a year. Now, there are other movie theater chains that did not have the benefit of a meme stock that increased their price by 10,000-fold, and yet they were managed to navigate and come through the other side of COVID. Now, take Regal, for example. Regal did have to go into bankruptcy protection, but they've reorganized. They've got a new thing in place, and they're ready. The news recently is they're ready to come out of bankruptcy here soon and get back to business. They had to close some theaters, yes. Some smaller theater chains like Los Angeles' beloved ArcLight, they did close down, and they lost their things. But then you look at theaters like Cinemark and other chains are ready to navigate the storm. Now, the one disadvantage that AMC had over a lot of those other ones was the fact that they were in with an incredible, crippling amount of debt. Jonathan, you were telling me roughly what their debt load was. It's in the billions, right?
It's about $5 billion.
$5 billion in debt.
Yeah.
And roughly, AMC's got about $500 million in the bank. They have about $500 million. Actually, it's less than that. It's 400 and something million they have in cash, but they're carrying $5 billion in debt. And they weren't able to get their way out of it with the meme stock. Can they moving forward? I certainly hope so. The movie-going landscape, and listen, I've got no love for AMC CEO Adam Aron. You guys know that. I have no love for the guy. But movie-going and the movie-going experience is going to be a better experience with AMC Theaters being there. So I certainly hope they're going to be able to navigate their way out of it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The fact that despite the fact that it had that incredible meme stock that drove their stock up, however many percentage points that was, from $2-something to $47, there still looks like they might run out of money. Granted, they were putting a lot of money in, taking on a lot of debt to improve their theaters before the pandemic hit. Do you think they'll come out of it on the other side? Do you even go to AMC movie theaters? Were you one of the people that was able to cash in on that meme stock? Maybe you're one of the unfortunate people that bought it at $45 and now it's worth $5. However you guys see this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks a lot for checking out our video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And also, we do a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice.